Hey, welcome back, Cheesy Minions. I have a bit of a cold this weekend, thanks to my daughter. But it is what it is. I will try to get this narrated. This is a battle against MrChabry, an RU match, and this happened in my last Twitch live stream. He loves RU. He always challenged me to RU. I think once NU, but yeah, he loves using that Roserade that you see in the squad, so I always have to account for it. Excuse me. So there are the teams, and like I said, I'm a bit sick, so if I sound weird, there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lead it with Metagross, which it's just wow that thing is RU. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, he's gonna go lead with an Emboar, which is almost certainly scarfed. And yeah, I'm just gonna go into Goodra, anticipating the Flare Blitz. This is actually probably gonna do a lot because he has the Reckless ability, which is gonna boost that sort of move. Obviously I am Assault-Vested and specially bulky. Goodra is not as physically bulky, so it still does about half, so that's really damaging. But anyway, I'm just going to pop off a Draco Meteor. He doesn't really have anything on his team to take it, so I'm just going to figure, get good damage on whatever he goes into. He ends up going into Machamp, which originally I was thinking may be Assault-Vested, but then it did really, really good damage, and he reveals the Flame Orb. So there's going to be a Guts Machamp, and it has speed investment, so that's interesting, because it does outspeed my Goodra, which has no speed investment, but interesting that it outspeeds. That means he does have speed investment on that Machamp, because Machamp is slower base. So anyway, Machamp is going to run away against my Raikou. It doesn't matter how much speed investment it has, it's not going to outspeed this thing. And I actually go for an extra Sensory, figuring that this Nidoqueen could come in. And indeed, I'm correct, so that does more than half, which is excellent for me. I end up going for another extra Sensory. What I should have done is went for Hidden Power Ice, realizing this Honchkrow could have came in, and as soon as I clicked extra Sensory, I'm like, wait, no, I should have hit Hidden Power Ice. Because that probably would have finished off that Nidoqueen anyway. But, oh well. Bit of a mistake for me. I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt now. It wouldn't have killed the Honchkrow from full anyway, I don't think, so... I was still going to take that Sucker Punch hit, so it's not that bad. But that does a lot of damage. That is like a Bandit Honchkrow, if I had to guess. But yeah, just go for a Thunderbolt to take it out, so that's pretty good. So I have Mantine this time, so I'm going to go into this thing, predicting a Hidden Power Fire from this Roserade, and indeed I am correct. Mantine takes that very well. Mantine has an excellent special defense stat, making it a really, really potent special wall. In fact, I actually brought two special walls in this battle, Mantine and as well as the fairy thing, Florges. So yeah, I'm just going to go... He goes into Blastoise, as I just go for a Air Slash, try to hit that Roserade. He's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve now, and he ends up trying to go for a Water Pulse. Now, Mantine's ability is Water Absorb, so he might have been predicting a switch here, or he probably was predicting a switch. There was no reason to go Water Pulse against Mantine. But yeah, I get that off, and going to be able to actually Toxic Poison the Blastoise, which is all I really wanted to do, is get this thing Toxic Poison. Mega Blastoise is probably one of the best Pokemon in RU. It's, I think it is the highest used RU Pokemon. It's like the Landorus of RU. So there you go. It's good to get that thing Toxic Poison. So he's going to go into his Nidoqueen again. I was hoping to kill it so he wouldn't have an opportunity to get off Stealth Rocks or something, but I don't quite kill it. And he's actually going to be able to get a Toxic off on me, so that kind of sucks. I do have a way to get rid of it. I think I have Aromatherapy on my Florges, so I could do that. But now he's going to go to Emboar, and I really have nothing to take a hit from Emboar. Emboar is a big problem for me. The only saving grace is Swellow does outspeed a Scarf Emboar because Emboar is really slow. And I did bring Swellow, and it is max speed. So I couldn't go into that, but I see he locks himself into the plus I wanted to make a prediction, and he does go for the Wild Charge just to KO me. But now that he locked himself in a Wild Charge, I know I can also get into my Metagross, because that's not going to kill me. And I decided actually to set up Stealth Rocks. He ends up going into Mega Blastoise, which obviously will have Rapid Spin. One of the reasons that it's so popular in RU is because it's by far the best Rapid Spinner. But, yeah, I don't want to take a Dark Pulse, obviously. So in case he goes for that, which he does, I go in my Florges, which has the Resistance and has excellent Special Bulk as well. So it didn't really hurt me to lose Mantine, because I do have Florges just to, take all the special hits ever. So I'm just going to go for a Moonblast now to get some damage here on the Blastoise. He does decide to go for the Rapid Spin, so it makes him waste a turn at the very least to get rid of those. So that's pretty nice, because it allows me to hit this thing with a Moonblast. End up getting a special attack drop, which is nice. So now I think the Blastoise is dead anyway, the Toxic though, so down it goes. Goodbye, Mega Blastoise. And, yeah, he's just going back into Machamp. And he probably has Bullet Punch, plus he has Speed Investment, and I don't, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch out. I don't want to lose Florges to this thing, so I'm just going to go to my Raikou. He ends up going for the Bullet Punch, which is excellent because Raikou actually resists that, and it's not a very powerful move, nor is it stabbed. So I end up surviving, and this is actually means that Machamp is going to be actually taken down. I was just foddering this this Raikou here, but now because he went for the Bullet Punch, which is resisted, now he's going to lose his Machamp, which is amazing for me. So that thing is out of the way. He can't get a hit off on anything else. So yeah, anyway, Swellow's going to come in now as he goes into Emboar, and this was the prediction I was. This was my prediction. I was predicting Emboar here on this double switch, and this is going to be the game, I think, because it's going to be able to take down Emboar. Like I said, max speed Swellow can outspeed a max speed Scarf Emboar and take that guy out. And now his only Pokemon left is this Roserade. He couldn't switch into it, obviously, on a Brave Bird. I do have Quick Attack. I'm just going to go for it because he's probably going to outspeed me with the Scarf. Roserade's a bit faster with the Scarf, and I know he favors that Scarf Roserade as well, so like a dual Scarfer team. But this forces him to reveal which move he's going to lock himself into, and he goes for a Sludge Bomb. And indeed, he is Scarfed because he's forced to go into it again, and yeah, I can just go for the Zen Headbutt for the win. So yeah, good game there, MrChabry. It's always a pleasure to play RU. It's always a nice break. The fact that this guy comes to a lot of streams and you know, does RU matches is pretty nice. You know, he is a NGDL. He is another fellow YouTuber. Make sure you check him out. Link in the description. He's also an NGDL playoff participant. He's as of posting this video, he's actually about to play Vizually, he said. So Vizually, I should say. So that divisional matchup is the last one of the wildcard round for the NGDL 3 to be played. I do know my next opponent. For those who've been following the NGDL 3, I will be playing Use's Quilava Blue Greenwich, which actually had an impressive victory over the Charlotte Beetrails. So that is what's going on in the NGDL 3. Also, the Tampa Bay Thunderbolts defeated and his their coach Toronto Pure defeated Quilliams 23's St. Louis Fletchinders. So there's that. But yeah, now my throat is starting to really hurt. So I should just let's go with the question of the day. What is let me actually think. What is your favorite recoil move? As in a move that damages you, but obviously as well can do massive damage to the opponent. As for me, it probably was Explosion in Gen 4. I mean, by definition, it's a recoil. I guess it's not technically a recoil move, but it's a self-KO move. It counts. But in Gen 4, it would have defense, making it effectively double its base power. But unfortunately, in Gen 5, they changed it, so that's no longer the case. So that kind of sucks, but now it probably is Flare Blitz. I mean, it's a really powerful move, and it is obviously by far the strongest physical fire move. It allows physical fire types to actually become a threat in pretty much every meta. So it's I think it's a really good move for the game. So leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later. Actually, I'm going to tag this on at the end here because I just thought of it. But honorable mention to Curse when used by Ghost types. That is another move that hurts the user. So I'm counting it, and it's a really interesting move. Obviously, it's not very competitively viable because opponents can just switch out, but it is actually pretty darn good in the game itself. You can do some cool things with it. So leave a comment about that. And now, for real, guys, see you later. Bye.